As Kuruluş Osman episode 184 approaches, viewers are on the edge of their seat, wondering what direction Osman Bey's campaign will take. The stakes have never been higher, and Osman's plans for victory will play a pivotal role in determining not only his future, but the future of the entire Kayi tribe. But what exactly is Osman's strategy in the upcoming episode, and how does it fit into the larger narrative arc of the season? From the previous episode, we saw Osman take bold steps in positioning himself as the ultimate leader of his people. His internal struggles have been evident throughout the season as he tries to balance personal vendettas with the broader goal of uniting the Turkic world. This episode will likely explore his tactical genius further, showcasing how he moves beyond the emotional impulses that often cloud his judgment to focus on a clear, calculated victory. But what does this mean for the larger picture? Is Osman truly prepared for what lies ahead? Or are there potential pitfalls he's overlooking? Osman's victory plan might seem flawless on the surface, but Kuruluş Osman has taught us time and time again that things are rarely as simple as they appear. One thing that stands out is the shift in the power dynamics within the tribal leadership. With the inclusion of more political players, such as his allies and enemies, we're likely to see a game of chess unfold, where every move matters. Will Osman's allies remain loyal, or will ambition and betrayal turn the tide? This dynamic creates a tension that adds depth to Osman's plan, making it all the more unpredictable. Could this be the moment when Osman takes control of the larger political landscape? Historically, we've seen Osman Bey's vision expand beyond his initial tribal borders. If he succeeds in this endeavor, could he finally be on the cusp of establishing the empire he's always dreamed of? As we dive deeper into episode 184, one crucial aspect that cannot be overlooked is the role of alliances and rivalries in Osman Bey's victory plan. In the previous seasons, we've seen Osman navigate the complex world of alliances, balancing his relationships with both allies and adversaries. But as tensions rise, these alliances are being put to the test, and Osman's ability to manage them will be key to his success. The relationship between Osman and his closest allies, such as Bala Hatun, Aka, and even the newly introduced characters, will play an instrumental role in the unfolding drama. These relationships are not just personal, they're deeply political. Will Osman be able to keep his allies loyal when the promise of power and wealth is on the line? As we've seen with other characters in the series, loyalty is often tested in the face of greater personal ambition. The upcoming episode will likely explore whether Osman can secure the unwavering loyalty of those closest to him while also bringing in new allies to strengthen his cause. On the flip side, rivalries with figures like Kasas, who has become one of Osman's most dangerous foes, will add layers of complexity to the situation. Kasas' cunning and political acumen are not to be underestimated. Will Osman's victory plan hinge on his ability to neutralize such rivals, or will this rivalry become a crucial element in his strategy? Is there a deeper connection between Osman's ability to manage his enemies and the success of his campaign? Osman's rivalries are not just limited to personal grudges, they're also symbolic of the larger struggle for power. The choices Osman makes in handling these tensions could very well determine the fate of his plan. A single misstep in handling a rival or an ally could derail everything he's worked for. This creates a high-stakes atmosphere that makes every scene involving these relationships feel crucial. The question also arises, will Osman be forced into alliances he'd rather avoid? Political survival often demands compromises, and Osman has always prided himself on his ability to remain true to his values. But in this episode, the growing pressure may force him to make difficult decisions that could have far-reaching consequences. Could this be the moment where Osman is forced to confront the gray areas of loyalty and trust? Do you think Osman will stick to his principles, or will the weight of the political landscape force him to compromise? Comment below and let us know what you think. As episode 184 unfolds, one of the most exciting aspects of Osman Bey's journey will be his strategic maneuvering and his ability to outwit his opponent. Throughout the series, we've seen Osman evolve from a young, impulsive leader to a more calculated and strategic figure who can assess the long-term consequences of his action. This upcoming episode will likely showcase his tactical brilliance as he prepares for a decisive victory. In the past, Osman's strategies have been a mixture of boldness and risk. He's not one to shy away from taking the fight to his enemy, but he also knows when to wait and observe. His victory plan in episode 184 may combine elements of both. On one hand, he will need to make a bold move to secure his position. But on the other hand, he may have to take a more cautious approach to avoid overextending himself. Could Osman's tactical genius be the key to overcoming the powerful forces arrayed against him? We've seen how he's used the terrain, alliances, and even the psychological weaknesses of his enemies to his advantage. This time, however, it seems like the stakes are much higher, and his enemies are more cunning and ruthless than ever. The upcoming episode may test Osman's ability to read the battlefield and anticipate his enemies' next moves. A crucial element of Osman's plan will likely involve the use of surprise and deception. Throughout history, many great leaders have relied on the element of surprise to catch their enemies off guard. Will Osman deploy his signature tactics of misdirection and feigned weakness to set a trap for his rival? The psychological warfare aspect of his victory plan cannot be underestimated. His enemies may be prepared for an all-out assault, but what if Osman has something even more devastating up his sleeve? At the same time, we cannot ignore the potential for failure. What if Osman's plan backfired? We've seen many instances in history where a leader's overconfidence in their strategy led to their downfall. In the past, Osman's impulsive nature has sometimes clouded his judgment, leading to unpredictable outcomes. Could this time be different, or will the forces aligned against him find a way to exploit his weaknesses? The tension between Osman's confidence and the risks he's taking will create an unpredictable and thrilling narrative arc in this episode. Furthermore, what will be the fallout of Osman's actions if his victory plan succeeds? While a strategic victory may cement Osman's place as a powerful leader, it will also come with consequences. The people who have been left in his wake, whether they are allies or enemies, will have their own reactions to Osman's actions. Will the balance of power shift permanently, or will it create new tensions and rivalries that threaten the fragile peace he's worked so hard to maintain? As episode 184 nears, it's clear that Osman Bey's success is not just determined by his military prowess or political alliances, but also by the personal sacrifices he's willing to make for his family and the greater good. Throughout Kuruluş Osman, the theme of family loyalty and the burden of leadership has been central to Osman's journey. In this episode, the relationship between Osman and his family will likely be a key emotional driver in the unfolding drama. One of the most compelling aspects of Osman's leadership is his dedication to his family, particularly his relationship with his brother, Aybars, and his wife, Bala Hatun. However, as we know, leadership often comes with tough decisions that put family loyalty to the test. Osman has always been someone who seeks the approval of his family and strives to protect them, but there are times when the interests of his people will outweigh personal ties. Could the upcoming episode force Osman to make a choice between his family and his ambition? The tension between his personal life and his political goals has been building for some time, and this could be the moment when Osman must decide whether to follow his heart or his duty. If he's to succeed in his victory plan, will he have to make sacrifices that will hurt his loved one? The emotional stakes of this dilemma cannot be ignored. Moreover, how will Osman's actions affect his relationship with Bala Hatun? Their bond has been one of the most enduring aspects of the show, but even the strongest relationships can fray under the pressure of leadership. Bala, who has always been a supportive and wise figure, may be forced to question Osman's decision. If Osman's victory plan involves risks that put his family in danger, could this lead to a rift between them? Could this moment mark a turning point in their relationship, where personal sacrifice becomes an inevitable reality? It's also worth considering Osman's role as a father. With the potential birth of his child, Osman's role as a patriarch will take on added significance. Will he see his child as a symbol of hope for the future, or as a reminder of the personal cost of his ambition? His decisions will likely reflect his desire to ensure a prosperous future for his descendant. But there's always the lingering question: is it possible to protect your family while simultaneously pushing them to the brink? The balance between duty and love will be tested in the most heartbreaking of ways. Furthermore, how will the sacrifices Osman makes affect the dynamics of the Kayi tribe? His people look to him for guidance, but they also understand that his personal struggles will inevitably affect them. If Osman's victory plan succeeds, it will not just be a personal victory for him, it will be a triumph for the entire Kayi tribe. But if he's forced to make devastating personal choices, will his tribe still view him as the hero they once saw him as?